I'm here with downtown Patti Ann Browne, Fox News Channel anchor. If intelligence and beauty were roaches, she'd be laying eggs in my cupboard. Bill Schultz, repulsive and completely hairless sidekick. Timberlake brought sexy back, but Sarah Jessica Parker is taking it away. At least that's according to Maxim magazine, which has the unsexiest Women of the Year poll. And Parface topped the list. Coming in at number 2 is British singer and scuzz junkie Amy Winehouse. Grey's Anatomy star Sandra Oh is 3rd. Madonna is 4th. Spears, the Britney, is 5th. Patti Ann, isn't sexiness isn't it more about what's inside you than looks?
Well, absolutely. And you know, they called Sarah Jessica Parker. They said she had a horse face also. And I mean, I think that if you look at her objectively, she probably isn't that beautiful. But sexy doesn't necessarily. And I think we stretched that picture to make her look more like a horse face.
So you're saying she has more of a pony face?
Yeah, but she's got this sexy smile and a flirty way about her, and I think she's sexy. And I agree with you about who's conducting these polls. I think this one wasn't the Maxim editors. I think they said it was like an online poll. So you have these like slobs sitting in front of their computers eating Big Macs, and I mean, I think they should have to submit photos before they.
Yeah, I agree completely. But Bill, you know, they had it was a list of the unsexiest women, and you weren't on it.
You're going back to the whole thing how I look like a young Carrie Fisher.
That's true, yes.
Well, but like, I'll tell you something. Sarah Jessica Parker does look like Owen Wilson in drag, or maybe our own Cody Willard on the Fox Business Channel. Not in drag, but she's still. There's something about her. There's something about her. I wouldn't kick her out of bed.
There's something about you.
Well, thank you, sir.
Excellent. All right, moving on. Rejoice if you can muster the energy. In England, the government reclassified dope 3 years ago. Now, a British crime study reveals pot use among young people has fallen dramatically. Among all age groups, 10% said they used dope in the last year, the lowest level in over a decade. But the figures also show, interestingly enough, that cocaine use continues to rise. Now, Patti Ann, is this finally some proof that decriminalization leads to lower drug use?
Well, I think it depends on the drug, because the study said that while pot use is down, cocaine use is up. Woo, that's progress.
Yeah, but cocaine isn't decriminalized, is it? It's just pot. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The argument.
This is true.
The argument.
If it's legal, then it's not so much fun.
Exactly.
The forbidden fruit. But, you know, the other thing, though, is that you have to figure out whether or not you believe this poll, because they're talking about asking 16 to 24-year-olds whether or not they've used pot in the past year. And in fact, the number of people who said yes.
The hardest thing is polling people. How can you poll people on marijuana when half the time they don't even know what you're talking about? After I just don't understand the practicality of it. Patty, you get the last word.
Well,
would you let your kids wear that?
That was my last word. No, I would not let my son wear it. However, I don't think that you should be allowed to outlaw it.
I think they should all be killed.
Often dabble in the occult to pick up your guests, Greg?
Yes, I do.
Nice.
Yes, you do, and I fashioned a doll after Patti Ann Browne, which I will be poking with pins later. Now, you're a nice Catholic girl. Why is it that more women believe in ghosts than God?
I'm not sure that's true. I think they said like a third believe in ghosts, and I think it's at least 2/3
I like to change
God,
the facts to fit my own.
I was going to say, I think about 80% of Americans believe in God, Greg.
Yeah, I think it's a bit. But either way, it is interesting how many Catholics that they said do believe in it, and I don't know. I mean,
certainly think about it: the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, the Holy Ghost.
I guess my point is, people are more willing to accept. Paris Hilton has said aloha to Rwanda, which is, as you know, in Hawaii. She was supposed to do a goodwill tour, but she blames restructuring within the foundation she works for the change in plans. Patti Ann, Paris was never going to visit this African nation, was she?
I don't think so. I mean, I just think she heard. Yeah, she heard it was the rainy season, and she didn't want to have a bad hair day.
Yeah. She said she was going to do all of this post-prison charity work. This show will do well.
Well, I did until I heard her publicize it. She said it's going to be about soccer moms and taking her kid to a rehearsal and just doing mom manager things that she does. And she's basically as good at publicity as she is keeping her daughter off crack.
Well, I think this is a very good point. You know, it's time to put the soccer mom to bed and replace it with the crack mom. And that's a mom that's really busy, got a lot to do, Patti Ann, and she gets by just doing crack cocaine.
Well, how are we supposed to do it without that little boost during the day, right?
Yes, exactly. Bill,
have you seen the News Corp cafeteria? It's a lot of toothless people eating anything but food.
Yeah, well, that's not the crack.
No, that's true.
I don't even.
Let's welcome back our guest, Patti Ann Browne, Fox News Channel anchor. If beauty were a new car, I couldn't wait to get inside her and show her off to my friends. Patti Ann, what wouldn't you take?
What wouldn't I?
See how I turned that around?
I was
to
so
make
ready
it
for the other
interesting?
question.
All right, what would you take and subtract that from the other
it's
things
okay.
and say those things?
I would probably not take my Thigh Master since I haven't used it in the 20 years since I bought it. I have lots of things like that I could leave behind.
I would like that Thigh Master.
You watch infomercials instead of that, don't you?
I do. As seen on TV, I've got it all.
Special thanks to Patti Ann Browne, Bill Schultz in his little red sweater, Katrina